All right, and we are live. Hi, sis.
Hi, sis.
Hi, Tangie, Courtney, and Lady Blind Wolf.
Hello, ladies.
How are you guys doing today? I hope everyone's doing all right. I had to mute that over here. Oh, I hear babies. I hear little
Yeah,
ones.
he's looking at me.
Oh, is he?
He loves this room, and he's not coming in here.
Boundaries, right? Got to have those
Mhm,
boundaries.
mhm. So he
Yeah.
looks through the curtain. He's like, Camera. Yeah.
So today I wanted to do a um like a hashtag, start a hashtag, but really just tell everybody, with all the controversy that goes around in the community and some of the discussions that go around in the community, one of the reasons, or many of the reasons, why I love Tarot Tube and Witchy Tube. And I've got these down below, these tags, hashtags. If you want to use them for yourself on your own channels, I would love that. I think if we can like share the love a little bit throughout the community, we could, who can't use that, right? I mean, I know I can. And if you are for both, then just use both tags down below. So for me, I'm just going to start off right from the get go and talk about one of the first things that I love about Tarot and Witchy Tube is the people. A little confused because you just cut on. What? Uh-oh. Are we having issues? Uh-oh. Can you guys see this okay? Or am I like a robot and it's good?
I mean, you're okay from this end.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, you just figured it out. Okay, you can see us. Okay, wonderful. Yeah, the people.
Mm-hmm.
The people that I have met since I started really doing YouTube and obviously in the tarot and the witchy. And I found the witchy community before I found the tarot community. Cut on, and you were talking about hashtags. I got it. Never mind. Just having an off day. I'm sorry, sweetheart. Well, hopefully it'll get better. But yeah, the people. I feel like I have met so many soul family members. You and I were just talking about that. Just,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, literally minutes before, or a minute before we went live,
Yep.
talking about, what, like soulmates, soul tribe, right? What do you think of
Cool.
as a soulmate? And I think for everybody, that's going to be different. But for me, a soulmate is somebody that you meet that comes into your life, not always for the rest of your life, but comes into your life for a certain reason. Maybe you have a soul contract. It could be a lover. It could be a friend. It could be a sister, a brother. It could be an enemy,
Mm-hmm.
somebody that you perceive as an enemy, but
Yep.
somebody that has a soul contract because you're supposed to learn off of them. So that's what I think a soulmate is. And I have found so many really good soulmates doing Tarot Tube and Witch Tube. What about you, Sissy?
I agree with that. I mean, because I know that there's a person that I work with that even his voice irritates me, but I know I'm supposed to learn to have that unconditional love for him. And I'm trying. A lot of people, most people, it's easy, but there's always that one. But I agree with that because, before I got more involved with you and Amethyst Ascension, of course, I'd have my people that I work with and friends that have uh, been in my life for a very long time. But it's not a problem. The thing of it is I didn't connect with them like I connect with this community because I've always been interested in divination, and tarot is one of the best ways to, you know, connect. I love it.
Yeah, well, I mean, we talked about unconditional love, Sissy, and I told you my idea of unconditional love does not mean that that person has to be in your life every day. Doesn't mean you have to always be like,
Mhm.
bending over backwards in order to please them. That's not what I
Right,
think of as
right.
unconditional. You just don't. You want to see them do well. You want them to be happy and
Sis.
joyful, but it doesn't always have to be with you. You know what I mean? That's the way I see unconditional love. Trying to help when you can, but
Mhm.
yeah.
Yep. I agree. I agree.
So the second thing for me, and I had 11 things that I wrote down because I like 11. So the second thing for me was the learning. I feel like every day or every moment, if you're open to it, there's something that you can learn. Maybe something you can teach, but something that you can learn.
Mhm.
And I learned so much, literally. I mean, I can't tell you how many things just on YouTube alone. I'll go, how do you do this? How do you do this? And a video pops up, right? But for tarot tube was a huge thing for my learning curve. I mean, seeing like live talks about what this card means and tons of people putting their introspection into it live, like the fool. What does the fool mean to you? Blah, 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 blah. And also in witchy stuff, learning how other people do their witching and spells and, their moon magic. And it's just a beautiful thing. What about
Mhm.
you, Sissy?
I agree. In fact, I'm thinking of when Summer was at your house and how enthusiastic she was when she was showing me things, and that's stuck with me.
Mhm.
So yeah, and yes, I try to watch as many videos as I can. Um, because yeah, I'm a novice, and other people's perspective is very important because I again tarot's new, even though like I've always been interested in astrology and palmistry and stuff like that. Tarot is still fairly new because of the taboo that was put on it growing
Yeah,
up. So
yeah.
now there is no taboo, and I'm ready.
Yes. The third thing for me is the supporters, people that aren't even also doing other videos or even doing videos, but they come over and they watch and they participate and they just pretty much show me that I am heard and I am supported, and it means the world to me. It absolutely means the world. That's why I try to do the same when I can. But the supporters, even if you don't know you make everything better. You make me feel like I'm heard and appreciated. And, you know, there's nothing more than that, nothing better than that. What about you, sis?
I agree. And like just a thumbs up. And if, most cases I believe that if somebody's going to give it a thumbs down, it's because they, you know, are just going through and doing that to people. I don't think that anybody in the community just goes, yeah, no. And if you do, give a very uh I don't want to say nice, but respectful reason on why you didn't like the video. And that's just that's still being supportive. It's still giving you know what I mean?
Yes.
Yeah.
Some
And
of
it's
them,
still
though, the reason
interacting
why
and
they give
saying,
the
you
thumbs
watched
down,
that
though.
video.
Yeah.
What?
Some of them, the reason they give the thumbs down, though, is because maybe they're Christian. They're not into,
Right. I know. They're just
or
going through
they
and
think
being,
tarot is evil.
yeah.
They're like, no, no, get off of YouTube.
Yep. I agree.
So I think that's part of it. And then other people that just maybe don't like what you're saying, or just they're having a bad day or whatever.
When I was an active musician and being on stage, if there was like 10 people in the room, we would have a good performance. But if there was, 50 plus, Oh my gosh, the energy from that just
Mhm.
was, you'd be like, you know,
We do faces too, guys.
oh, yeah, then it makes the performance even more fun, So yeah, support is fabulous.
That is another thing. Michelle, thank you so much. You know, it makes me feel good to know that I have made a good impact on somebody else as well, or helped give them that boost. Or because I've had a lot of people tell me, oh, send me messages over the years. You have really helped me to also get the courage or strength, or just,
Mhm.
because it's not always easy. It's not. It's nerve wracking.
Yeah.
But no, we're just regular people, and we're just supporting each other.
Yeah,
It's just a beautiful thing, man. It is
I
a beautiful
agree.
thing,
Yep.
because it's their way of trying to get attention, though, too. Yeah, the thing is, though, it's uh
You don't know who's giving you the thumbs down.
right, right.
So,
So I can see it sometimes as being like negative. I mean,
right.
they just don't want to see you do well. So
Or that, which, yeah, shame on them. But I think that, yeah, if they do find something bad with it, just leave a comment, like she said, in a very respectful way,
right.
and it's still being supportive. It's still, it's
Mhm.
yeah.
Exactly.
Constructive criticism is something that whenever you are giving any type of performance, you should not be afraid of it.
A lot of you are handing me the pieces so that I can put my puzzle together. I love that. And you know what? Ditto. That's
Yeah,
exactly right.
yeah,
It makes me feel more whole when you guys are here talking with us and we collaborate, which is another
yep.
one of them. I'll skip, is the collaborations. That's one of the things that I love. Not just collaborations that I do, but when I see other channels collaborating together, it
Oh
just brings
yeah,
my heart joy,
yep.
because it's other. I mean, how many people are isolated where they are, or even in their own families, that they don't have other people that they can talk to about these things? Even something like tarot, right? Or their witchiness, and they're getting together and they're doing these things together. It's just like bringing so much more positivity to the world, in my opinion. Love you too,
We love
sweetheart.
you.
Very much. Very much. Yeah, see, if it wasn't for YouTube, I would have never met my soul daughter.
Yeah,
See?
yeah, no doubt. Yep. Old niece.
Yeah, exactly. Um, Another one for me is the stories. I
Mhm.
feel like when you guys are telling us your stories, I can so relate. That's why I hope that we are a platform that wants people to come and tell your stuff. Tell us what makes you tick. Tell us what has scared you and how you overcame it. The worst things and the great things. Just sharing, not feeling so alone because you have somebody else to share those things with. I mean, I think it could be therapy. It can definitely be therapy. Plus, the only time I should be bothered by thumbs down is when the downs are more than the ups. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah. If I get a thumbs down, I still see it as something good since it helps the algorithm. Yes.
Oh yeah,
I just laugh. I'm like, oh, okay. I must be
yeah.
doing something right if there's
Especially
somebody
when
that's
it's in the first
here.
few minutes of your live. Like,
You don't even know what I'm going to say, and you've already given me a thumbs down, right? Yeah. Very isolating. It's so easy to be alone, even when you're around other people,
hmm.
if they're not the right people, or
Yep,
they just don't, that's why.
that's
That's
some big
why
truth
I
right there.
love it so much, and it would be hard for me to just walk away. Although sometimes I felt like it. It would be really difficult to just walk away
Yeah.
because of the people. It's all about the people. At least you guys never fail to bring smiles. We try. We're
Yes.
working at it. I mean, if you guys heard all of the shit humor behind the scenes, yep, yep.
Yeah, we do talk a lot
That's
of crap outside of when we're
all.
done. And funny crap.
Oh, Michelle, I have no family members left. An orphan and shelter and place alone. I am finding a new family on here. You are like a guardian angel to me. Brandy, too. That means
Wow, that's
everything.
yeah,
You ever want to join
that's
us? Come
awesome.
on over here and join us in any of these chats or just, hang out. You let us know, honey. You know how to find us. Okay, so another thing that I really love is the walkthroughs. I know that there's been a lot of people that are downing the walkthroughs as of lately, but man, let me tell you, and saying, and for some it's valid. I'm not saying it's not valid, but for me, and I know that there's other people that feel the same way that I do. I cannot be the only one out of 7 billion people that feels this way. I save more money because of watching Tarot Tube than what I would if there was no Tarot Tube, because I know after watching a walkthrough several different times, I know whether or not it's something that I want and I'll use, or whether or not it's something that I can just say, I already got something that's similar enough. I don't need that. Because
Yep.
believe it or not, after watching several walkthroughs, I'm more likely not to purchase something because I feel like I already have it than to purchase it. Because when I go to a store, they don't have open boxes. I 9 times out of 10 end up regretting it because I have a very
Mhm.
particular aesthetic and I want to be able to feel like I'm going to be able to utilize that deck. I don't
Yes,
just buy it for pretty pictures.
right.
So,
Well, and along that note, most people when making a purchase that they feel is an important purchase, they it doesn't matter what it is. They usually look at the reviews on that product. So I mean, why wouldn't you? To me, that's only common sense. And tarot isn't so, oh, that's cool. I'm gonna no, you use it and you use it to help people. It's yeah, I agree with that. Walkthrough is important. I have not watched a lot of them. So the
I
more
have.
I watch is probably the more I might more I might make some more purchases.
Let me just say, in the beginning, it was like when I first started tarot, it was like, ooh. So it did enable me more. It really did. I'm honestly, I was like, ooh, I want that. It's pretty. I think it, but now that I
With
have
anything.
a larger collection, it's like, it's more of a deterrent for me than it is anything because then I already kind of got that. I love it and I can appreciate it. But,
Mhm, mhm.
but I do like hearing how somebody else works with it. If they found that kind of value, then perhaps it could bring that kind of value to my life, maybe, or to my readings or whatever.
It's a form of advertisement, you know, and you're given a free advertisement of something. Um, People watch commercials. To me, it's kind of the same thing. You're still, and if you're enabled from the commercial, well, then the advertising did their job. I mean, and at least when you're watching a walkthrough, you're getting complete honesty. So, yeah,
Well, see,
if
here's the thing
you
too.
get enabled, hey, that's fantastic.
There's this thing about people saying, because the next one I was going to talk about was unboxings. I love watching unboxings. For me, there are people that will say, well, you can't always trust, especially if somebody's getting it, whether or not they're giving you an honest review. I don't always need to hear somebody's review. If I'm seeing the object, which of what they're
Right.
doing, I'm going to be able to, I mean, I am an adult. I'm going to be able to determine whether or not it's something I think that I would like or not. So,
I
regardless
was
of
going to
whether or not
say,
somebody is getting that item in order to review it, I say good for them. If
before
you don't
you
feel like
even
you can trust that person's review, then why are you watching them to begin with?
that last box that you did a review on or
The
opening.
witch's moon. Yeah,
Oh my gosh, you didn't even have to say nothing when you got to that dream catcher. Oh,
I know it's so gorgeous.
That
Sonia
is
says, I'm
gorgeous.
surrounded by family, but on YouTube is the only way to talk about my beliefs or practice or most anything. I get it. It's exactly the same way in my household. Other than like my sister and my family, I never really had anybody until I really, it's funny because Carla and I used to be on Second Life too. And what was one of the first things that we did? We created like a little group where we were talking about our paranormal experiences, even on Second Life.
That's true. Yep. I forgot about that.
Yeah. We would meet like once a week.
I don't know, but I'm giving Maria a big virtual hug right now because I love you, Maria. I just wanted to tell you that.
Okay, let me catch up on your guys' comments. And I love you too, Maria. Big hug, sweetie. Even with all the drama that happens online, I am so glad that I was able to find this community and the people I connected with on a personal level. Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
It makes it worth it. Oh my gosh. Okay, I've got some catching up to do. I would love to see you guys doing videos like this. I think our community needs these every once in a while, to be honest with you. Yes, a flip through video has saved me money more than once.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah.
I love watching deck walkthroughs saying save money. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
When I go to the store, I can't look at them. I have even spent more time in the store because I'll get on my phone and watch a walkthrough really quick before I buy it because they're all closed box. So never personally, I stopped doing walkthroughs because it didn't seem like people were interested, with exception to that spirit deck. Yeah. And let me just say, lighting is really important. If you want to do a good walkthrough, make sure you have a good angle and you have lighting, because that's really important. That's why I try to get my walkthroughs really close down when I do them with good lighting, which I need to do another video to show you guys how easy it is to do lighting. I actually have 2 little lights that I purchased from Amazon in a little tote bag, which, where's the tote bag? With the little tote bag, and I think it was like $20 for both of them, and you plug them in on both sides so that you have no shadows, you have really good lighting, and you put a camera up over the top, and right there's your good walkthrough. But so I do think that that's important. Sometimes people like just to music, flip throughs, or sometimes they like seeing the full review.
Oh, outside in the sun. Yeah, Tangy.
Yes.
I should try that sometime. With when I do my Mindful Souls unboxing, do it outside.
But my thing is, it's really difficult when people just show the cards and don't give their opinion, because I can't always see the cards all that well. And that's why I mean the lighting and getting up close to it where it fills up your screen, if you can, is important. Because a lot of people watch their stuff on just little phones, which I don't. I've got like a big, huge screen that I normally watch the videos on. Because if I had to rely on this little itty bitty thing to watch, But I mean, you can even watch them on your TV, essentially. I've done that too. I'll lay in bed.
Oh, yeah.
Early in the
Cards
morning.
blown away. Maria says about the cards blown away. Like, yeah, I can see that happening too. See, I get excited and you just don't think. It's like, ooh, oh, yeah.
Yeah. I have a lot that I have not done walkthroughs for. And there's so many out there, though. I really don't need to. I mean, when I first started, I was like, okay, I've already started this. I must have done like, I don't know, 75 walkthroughs on my channel. I'm not going to not do a walkthrough, all right, on another deck, because I don't have to. Somebody's got it covered. But since I'm not able to buy decks online, I normally go for what I'm drawn to, or for what someone else has talked about, or recommended. Yeah, referrals is like a huge thing. Definitely. I do have a particular aesthetic, but I try to get different decks when I do readings. I like to have a deck that matches the person's energy. Yeah, I think that's another good point. about why do we buy certain decks, right? A certain deck can be because we think we're just going to learn from it. It can be a deck that we think that has a certain aesthetic or a certain type, like a past life deck that you can use in past lives, or something that has like maybe it's Halloween theme. You want to use it, around. There's many reasons why.
When we
Because
were in that shop, sis, literally, I walked through the whole shop and I kept coming back to this because it just kept calling me. And never once did I see any dragon on here, but I love dragons. And that's a dragon. And I didn't know it until I bought it, but it called to me. And that was so brand new to me because I'm very brand new to this community too, Michelle. I'm real new on doing videos and everything. It's been a short period compared to my sister. So, I mean, this community
for a while.
is magical.
Michelle says, I love unboxings with limited income. Some of the boxes are opened early and I can see if it is what I want to before ordering it. And you know what? Not even that. You can see, especially like in the Witch's Moon, or they have themes of the types of items that they put in the boxes. So if you're not able to get it that month, at least you know what kind of stuff to expect. Yeah. Or there's tons of boxes I don't get that I love. And I just think I don't have any more room to keep on getting like box after box after box as much as I would like to. So I live vicariously through other people, like Brandy. Brandy gets a lot of other boxes, and I love that. Keys of Hecate, she does too. There's quite a few just unboxing channels that I watch because I just love watching the boxes. Even if I don't get them, I like watching them. And I like seeing joy on people's faces when they're getting their stuff. That's fun for me.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm way behind you guys.
Yep, we're sisters.
But I do need to invest in maybe at least one angel deck for those. Yeah. Yes. Love you, Rochelle. And just met Carla. Hi. I'm sorry. I'm trying to catch up, guys. But due to my side issues, there are certain decks that I would pick above others. The fonts and right. I get that. Some it's harder to see depending on how the fonts are. Yeah. Outside in the sun or with a good backlight. Yes. Yes. Easy to say when you have never done a video at all. I am lost. I'm going to do, I keep saying this, I just have not felt like doing a whole bunch of, I'm on YouTube right now, but I haven't felt like doing a whole bunch. I want to like back off a little bit, maybe one or two, videos a week instead of like I used to do like one a day. That was just insanity. But I do want to do a video showing like some of the props and stuff that I use in the background that you can just easily purchase like at your local Michael's or Hobby Lobby or Dollar Tree or even Amazon. Easily accessible for anybody. That really help, that are inexpensive, that really help with setting up some scenes for videos. I'm always worried about the wind blowing away the cards. Yeah. I was really nervous to do videos, but then I realized that people are actually a lot nicer in this community than not. Yes.
Yeah.
Hi, Julie. I'm lucky I live in an area where my magic shops have demo decks. That would be so much easier. None of the shops that I've gone to have open boxes. I mean, they practically don't even have pictures on half of the boxes.
Oh.
No, see, for me, I think it depends on the person. I prefer to see walkthroughs or unboxings where the person's not in it. I like the focus being on what I'm possibly thinking about purchasing, but that's just my own personal preference. And I'd like it to be up close, if at all possible. Yeah, just like Tangi said, that depends on you and what your personal preferences are. Yeah. I guess that's just something that I try to do to my site lighting and angles is really difficult for me. I understand, sweetie.
I've been looking for a dragon deck, lady. Blind Wolf. I've been looking for one. So yeah, I will definitely be watching that.
My gosh, you guys, I can't even keep up. Let's see. Yeah, crystals and decks call to you and sometimes even cry and want to tell you live. Oh, Tangie, so true. They're pleading, take me home. Take me home. I don't have any shops around me. A bookstore about an hour away. And that's why online. But see, I love to purchase online. I look at the reviews first, or because there's usually anything you're looking for, and then I buy it online. I have a lot of hate. I have a love-hate with unboxings because for a second, every time I feel I need that to be relevant. Yeah, I understand.
I relate to that.
Yeah. I also love seeing the joy on people's faces when they are unboxing decks. Their joy is exactly. That's how I feel.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, Marion. If you love dragons, you have to see the box that Engineering Magic did a video on.
I'm definitely gonna have to watch it. Yes.
Hi, Summer. Hi, sweetie. Okay, I think I'm caught up. Thank you so much. And let's see. And with witchy boxes, I get mad when people don't disclose whether or not they got it as PR for free or yeah. Either way, it doesn't matter to me. But I do think that it should be that people should be upfront, should be transparent about that. I always do. I only get one, which is the Witch's Roots, and then I pay for the Witch's Moon. But I only get 2 boxes. So moving on from that, I love watching tarot spreads. I love when other people introduce a tarot spread, and I'm like, oh, I hadn't heard about that one. And sometimes I'll just pause it, and I'll go and grab my deck because any excuse to use tarot and to use a spread.
Right? Oh yeah, yeah, it's exciting.
Yes, and if I like it, I will go to Canva because I use Canva to make my thumbnails and to make my PDFs and stuff like that I put in the group. And I'll make the spread on Canva, print it off, and then paste it into like a tarot spread book that I'm working on. So I love that. What about you, Sissy?
Sorry, little man is staring at me with his puppy dog eyes.
Well, why don't you bring him over so everyone can see him? Put him on your lap, Sissy.
I will if he tries to come in again, but he's staring at me from afar.
He's a cutie.
Which number were you on? Which one were you talking about?
8 tarot spreads.
Oh yeah. Yeah, because usually, I always try to see what's in the guidebook when I get my decks, but yeah, I want to follow suit on what you've done with your making a book just full of spreads. I want to do that because I want to do, have something readily available that people can look at.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I think that's perfect too for somebody because, like you said earlier, which is going to be another one I like when I watch like live readings and or like pick cards. Not always, but I do find value in them.
Mm-hmm.
So one of the things that you had said was that you love my pick a cards. When I don't do them very often, but I said I think it's because I am given a reading for the kind of stuff that we are always interested in. That's what I see because that's the kind of reading I always give. And that's why it resonates with you. So when I see how somebody else reads, I know whether or not that reader I'm going to resonate with because you can see kind of like their own beliefs.
Oh my goodness. And everybody's is different. Everybody's perspective is different. And I love that because, why not? If you see something different, to me, that's looking at things like an artist would look at it. Everybody's perception is different. That's beautiful.
Yeah. And sometimes the way somebody reads, you'll go, wow. especially because I'm new. I mean, I've only been reading for a few years, right?
It's like, I
And that's
never
with
thought
learning and
about that,
everything.
but yeah.
So you go on and you watch how other people read or how they do a pick a card, and you're just like, that is just beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Just beautiful. And they brought out something I never would have thought of. And if you are inspired by that, then you start incorporating something like that into your own. So that kind of goes in learning as well as inspiration for me. Sasha Graham brought out a book a few years back. I think it's called 300. Yes, I have it. I have that one, and I just got another one from Barnes and Noble. It's really thick, and it must have like over 1,000 spreads in it. But what I like to do is go through those. Plus, there's a couple other like Emerald, Lotus Emerald. She just does the most beautiful spreads, awesome spreads all the time. She's on Instagram and YouTube. I don't remember her name exactly. I am subscribed to her, but hers, and there's Labyrinthos and just many other ones. The ones that I really, really love, those are the ones that resonate with me. I'll put in my book, because those are the kind of readings that I would also, I feel like with my character would be the best option for other people that want to come to me for a reading. That's why I want to put those in the book. You know what? Let me go and find it here in a bit, and I'll.
Yeah, she's looking for the one that she did on the dragon deck, but
okay.
It's funny because I was thinking about that too earlier, that I want to get just all dragons.
Yes, dragons are so friggin' awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I agree. And I love that book. You know what I may? Oh, wait a minute. Video, because I thought I had done something on it, but I guess I didn't. So, okay. I love when people share the stuff that they put with their cards, how they personalize them, or the bags that they chose to make for them. Exactly. That was another one. You're like skipping ahead. That was another one for me, is the creativity.
Mm-hmm.
Whether it's watching someone do their spell work and the beautiful herbs that they put together, or the whether or not they're putting it in a jar. And even, I know I'm kind of nerdy this way, but I think you guys can relate. Even when you see a spell jar and you see all the oil and the crystals and the stuff, it's the most beautiful thing ever.
It is.
And it's
I
so
agree.
inspiring. Or watching people make tarot bags, like what you just said, or making witchy boards, or anything like reading tables, or anything. I just love it. It's so good watching a good book review. Yes.
You remember making this for me, sis?
You found it.
Oh yeah, I've had it. Yeah.
Yeah, I made that
made it
for me years ago.
Yeah.
And Guardian Leviosa. Expecto. No, I'm just kidding. I love Harry Potter. Or Bibliomantica. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Your books, Tangi, if you guys have not seen it, go and check out Tangi's channel. The books that she has created, that she does her readings with.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Phenomenal.
Beautiful.
The way that she decorates is so.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You're like a triple threat. Tangi. You just you're so good at everything.
Uh-huh.
I love watching crafty stuff and the magic. Oh my gosh, yes. Yes, yes, yes. Love the DIYs. Oh my goodness, yes. One of my guides told me years ago that when the dragons left this world, their souls flew into the cats. So every cat has a dragon soul, and you can see the fire in the. Oh my gosh. You want to know what's funny about
That's
that?
It.
You know that movie, Reign of Fire? The big ass dragon that is so fierce. I tell you, it's like looking in a cat's face, isn't it? That's what Carla and I talked about that years ago when we seen that movie.
That just blows me away that you said that, because I have always thought that when How to Train Your Dragon came out, I thought that black dragon looked just like my cat Damon. And and then that brings up a whole new thing for me because of where dragons, who and what they were and are.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Sonia says, I wish more people would do the craft stuff. Like Sonia. Sonia just showed today earlier, if you haven't gone and checked out her channel, The Witch of the Meadows. Oh my gosh, she's always doing crafty stuff, gardening stuff, creating these wonderful things, very inexpensive, that she finds stuff, puts it together, stuff that you would not even believe. And she just showed her grimoire, and it's so fantastic. So good. They're on sale, people. Go and check it out. All that information is down below in your channel, right, Tangi? So they can go follow you over to your channel, and then down below are there links to your Ko-fi and all that? Okay, so Carla, I went and looked up a video on that deck really quick. I thought I had done a video on it, but after the live, if you check the Facebook group, I did post. Okay, thank you, sweetheart.
Excellent. Thank you.
For someone who is allergic to sage, the recipes and ideas are huge to me. Oh my gosh,
Wow.
yes. Wow, that makes sense in so many ways, yes. Toothless the dragon.
I know, I couldn't remember the dragon's name. I was like,
dragon souls went to cats.
Yeah.
I love that. Yeah, toothless. Mm-hmm. The freaking cat with wings. My dragon was my first guide that came to me when I was 5 years old. I adore working with dragons. That is excellent.
Yep.
Okay, on the about section of your channel, I can post. Absolutely. If you have, yeah, you do. Go ahead and post it, honey.
Yep.
All right. The last thing for me, believe it or not, that I love in these communities is even the controversial items, the controversial discussions, because as long as they're kept respectful and it opens up to a discussion, that's how we grow. That's how we learn.
Yep.
So even the controversies, because for me, I can tell you, I have grown so much since I started just because of hearing even somebody else's perspective or opinion on something that I thought I was pretty strong on. And then I would hear their reasoning and think, okay, I get it now. So even the controversy, as long as it's respectful, I love about this community.
Yep. Me too.
So you had some stuff other stuff you wanted to add, Sissy?
Just what I love, what I find so amazing about tarot specifically, is the fact of every deck has a different perception. You know, they're all the same, but it's the different perspectives, in the art, especially because, you know, I've always drawn or painted or, you know, done that. So it's like, and for me, I love the detailed stuff because I like that realistic type art, you know. So I don't know. I love looking at the cards. I just, you know, just to look at them. And you know, when Summer told me that, because again, when I tell you ladies that I'm new, it's the truth. I'm new. So she said, you know, lay out the whole suit and then, you know, look at it like it's a story. And ever since she did that, that's what stuck with me. You know, so obviously, you know, I've got my cheat words and stuff for each card or each, you know, specific suit and then number and stuff like that. But that just, wow. Yeah. Summer was a great teacher. That you are
She
too.
is a great teacher.
You are too, but she came in her little excited self and I was just like, you know.
She's a little package, you guys. She's so little, especially next to Carla and I, but she has got such a big energy.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
so wonderful.
I
having
learned a
her.
lot. I loved it. Yeah.
Um, Jess, I was going to ask, why not, instead of being able to do like an 18+ hour project and break it down into like tutorial form or something like that, break it into a series? I've done that with like bead weaving, because sometimes bead weaving takes forever, or bead embroidery, So I've done it like, so this week we're going to pick out our materials. The next week we're going to blah, 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 blah. So just an idea.
That is a great idea, because that's what you've done.
This is her channel, honey. She's joining me now.
Yep.
And it was originally for both of us. We picked out
Right.
Amethyst Ascension, the name and everything together.
Yep.
Years ago. Yeah.
Yep.
It's just Carla was not able to, because she was working all the time. And now she's working much less. So you're going to see more and more of Carla.
Right.
This is
Right.
hers. Just as much as it is mine. Like the drama and non-respect ones too, because
I love that's freaking
You're funny, I swear. Yeah, it took me a while to figure out that each deck is going to give you a completely different rating. Yeah. Whoops. The witchy community is so vast, and there are so many ways to be a witch that is great to gain new perspective on things. Absolutely.
Yep.
Absolutely. Me too. Thank you, honey. Anytime you want to join us, you guys know. Anytime any of you want to join us,
Mm-hmm.
come on. The more the merrier. Because I make my stuff in one sitting mostly.
Oh.
Yeah. 18 hours, 18+
Wow.
hours. All that is insane, honey.
Mhm.
My gosh. That's craziness. Oops. Oops. Oh, sorry. Yeah, we're about ready to end this. But, one of the new controversies that I just seen, Julie, if she's still here, she did a video yesterday. And Mary Grace Farron, Farron, she did a video on like soul decks, whether or not, it's a myth, whether or not you believe in a soul deck, do you have a soul deck kind of thing, and her theories on it. And both of the videos were really, really good. That's what I like to see, because it expands us when we see a really well thought out video, even if it is very opinionated. That's okay. As long as it's respectful, it opens up a discussion. That's what I love about the community. When I make something, I just try to. I definitely believe in soul decks, but
Yeah.
I think it comes down to how you would even define a soul, or like even a soul contract,
Right.
or a soul tribe, or whatever, and then whether or not that fits in with the deck. When I make something, I try to explain the process really well. I don't have an editing app. Yeah. I'm not going to lie. I like hearing about the witchy drama too. Yes, they were really good videos. Oh, and I'm almost done making another baby biscotti clone doll that my friend knitted the body, and I dressed her up, put her in the clone machine. Oh my gosh.
That's awesome.
Excellent. So I hope to see you guys maybe doing either Tarot Tube Love or Witchy Tube Love, or both of them, and sharing with us the things that you guys love about the community. And, for people that are coming in new to the community, who are like, I don't even know what kind of videos to do. I don't know what people want. This might give them an idea of the things that people love to do and talk about and watch and view. And,
Oh,
I like soulmates. We have more than one. This is my excuse for having Exactly.
this is the one I was trying to show. Like
Someone should make a deck about shoes. So The soul.
My oldest daughter would probably own that deck. I'm not gonna lie.
That's funny. See, like I was just saying earlier, a soulmate to me does not always mean it's somebody that you're going to have a love relationship with. It's somebody that comes into your life that's a soul contract that's either there to teach you something for you to expand or grow from it. So why wouldn't a deck be the same thing for me? Because that's what that means for me. I think it's a personal thing. So for someone to come and say that, this is what it is, that's why words and labels are so limiting, really. If we all could, like, share our feelings with each other, then people would know instead of just words. Words are just difficult sometimes. Well, I'm sorry, sis.
Oh, that's fine. I was just saying hi back.
Hi, sweetie.
Okay.
Yes, one of my soul decks is one I don't read with all that much, but it is about my country, and it's yes, and the time.
Oh,
Absolutely.
yeah.
I learned that you can use tarot and casting spells. Yeah,
Wow. I didn't know that, but I could see why not.
exactly. Why not? You can do anything with your spell work, right?
Yeah.
So everyone wearing the same size shoe, or as your soulmate, Dandy. I love it. I love that humor. All right, guys. Well, Carla, is there anything that you want to add, or anything that anyone else would like to add before we end this for the day?
Just that I love you guys.
I love you, man. My neighbor is Wiccan, and she told me that I am a demon because I am allergic to sage.
Oh, wow.
No, you just prefer like rosemary or Palo Santo or something like that, right?
Yeah. Sage is strong.
Sage is really, but oh my gosh, I love sage. I love the smell.
I do too. I
of
like the
sage.
smell of it.
Okay, so a soul deck for me, this is something that's personal. A soul deck for me is like, I mean, you guys, well, most of you know what my soul deck is. Exactly, the light seers. It is that, and I did not learn on it. It's not, although I will say it is one of the decks.
Every card speaks to you.
When I am reading with something new and I'm just getting my footing, I will see those images from the light seers in my head. But it's not what I learned on. It's just one that the artist, her depictions and the book, reading through the entire book, it's the meanings that most resonated with me. And so every time I think of, a certain card, or if I'm doing a reading, it's the one that I know in my heart what it means. I know in my soul what it means. It just speaks to me on like a different level, not just a favorite. It's like beyond that. It's like there's like a string connecting us kind of thing. That's what I feel like a soul deck is.
Yeah, I don't think I've found mine yet. I just know that wizard deck was Carla, you gotta buy us. And so I don't know what that was, but
yes. All right. Oh, see, I can't. Bear Sage, we are all different. Yes, we are.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, we are. We're all different. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for joining us. This was so much fun, and I hope to see other people using these hashtags and telling everybody what they love about the community, either of the communities or both of the communities, and just sharing the love, spreading the love. And we love you guys. We'll talk to you soon.